everyone, so for today's video, I'm bringing you another declutter. I'm currently going through my entire makeup collection and decluttering out everything. So today's video is going to be specifically focusing on all of my eyebrow products, so gels, pomades, any pencils that I use to fill in my eyebrows, as well as eye products. So I'm going to be going through mascaras as well as liquid eyeliners and a couple of different other eyeliner options as well. So anything that touches your eyes you probably shouldn't keep for too long. So I am definitely doing a pretty big declutter today. A lot of these products are way too old, not safe. So if you enjoyed today's video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, I would love for you to check out some of my other videos, some of my other declutters. I will have an entire playlist for you guys, and make sure to subscribe. And of course, we will jump right in. So first up, we have the Hourglass Arch Brow Pencil, and I have mine in the shade Soft Brunette. And this is a really, really soft brown shade. It's really pretty if you like almost like a powder brow effect to your eyebrows. I don't feel like this is a super waxy formula, but it is more on the natural side. So if you prefer a very pigmented brow product, I don't think this is your best bet. I personally like a less pigmented brow pencil. I really love the spoolie on this one. This is a more expensive brow pencil. I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it, but I'm really happy with the quality of it. The only thing I don't like about this is that the product sometimes slides out, which isn't great, but overall I really enjoy it. The packaging is very sturdy, and as you'll see in a moment, that is something that is few and far between with a lot of brow pencils, so definitely going to be keeping that. And I also have the Cosmetics Fine Liner Brow Pencils here. I have two shades. I have Brunette and I also have Deep Taupe. So right here we have Brunette. That's the one I typically wear. And then here is Deep Taupe. I can really get away with using either of these. The tip itself is really nice because you can kind of flatten it out and get a thicker line, or you can straighten it out and get very you know, hair-like strokes. So I really like these. I probably don't need both, so I'm just going to keep Brunette, and then I'm going to give the Deep Taupe to a friend. This little guy from Flower Beauty is the Tattoo Effect Stain. As you can see here, it is one of those inky markers that you can kind of fill in on your brows. This to me was very weird. The tip really isn't small enough, so that's why I do not use it very often. So it's just one of those things. I don't really think that this is anything I would ever recommend, so I'm going to be decluttering it. You know you have a faulty product when literally every single Anastasia brow wiz I have has done this. Even the brow definer does it as well, but I really like the formula, and that's kind of why I keep repurchasing it. I think for the money, the Anastasia Brow Wiz is kind of the best way to go if you want a really natural look to your eyebrows. I'm not as a fan of the brow definer. I used to like it, I think, a little bit more, but as I've moved on, I tend to always go back to the Brow Wiz. So the brow definer, because I do have only a little bit left, I might as well just keep using it and try and, you know, get my money's worth out of that. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep all of these as well. I have medium brown and soft brown in these. I have two of both. I don't know why this always happens, but I lose these and then I purchase a new one and then I find them. So that is medium brown. This is soft brown. I'll be passing along this It Cosmetics Brow Power. This is a very strange pencil to me. It's supposed to be like a universal taupe shade. I don't think that universal brow shades really exist or would be flattering for everyone. But the formula itself is nice, but the tip is very fat and rounded, which I don't necessarily like. I barely used this, so I'm going to just pass this along. Now moving on into a product category that I have quite a lot of, so my brow gels. There are a couple that I also have a video on. These are both from Cosmetics. These are their brow cream gels, and I really enjoy the wand on this because it's very tiny. And I also think that the product, I feel like they leave my brows looking really natural too, so I really like these. I have the taupe shade and the brunette shade. Again, I'm going to declutter the taupe, keep the brunette. Next I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I really like this in the summer when I want my brows to stay in place. I typically like a more feathery look to my eyebrows, and I don't mind if they move around a lot, but if I really want them to stay, I will go to this, and I keep it on hand for that reason. I'm almost out of this, so I'm going to try and get some more use out of it this summer and then end up going through it. So I'm going to be keeping this. A favorite is the Surratt Brow Pomade, and this is very, very close to the Glossier Boy Brow in clear, if not identical. The one thing I like about the Surratt is the wand, and another thing I don't like about the Surratt is the wand, because you can see here that it gets a little bit messy, but I do find that it's able to push the brow hairs up in a way that I think is really pretty and feathery. So I'm going to be keeping this. Product I can declutter is the Maybelline Brow Precise in Soft Brown. I actually really like this. It's just old and dried out, and I'm pretty sure they discontinued this, which isn't great. I do feel like it was a really good option at the drugstore. It's not perfect. I think you can see there that the wand gets a little bit clogged up with the fibers in here, but nevertheless, I do think it was a good option. I hope they come out with something similar to it. Another one I'm going to be decluttering is this tinted brow gel from Lash Food, and this is the Brow Food and Brunette, and this is pretty much all dried out. I had mixed feelings about this one. I do like the idea of something that nourishes your eyebrows or your eyelashes, and then it's something that you wear every day almost as like a serum makeup product, but this to me always looked a little bit odd in my brows. So again, just throwing that away. We have another Brow Precise in here. I didn't realize I had this, and this one's still pretty fresh, so I'm going to be keeping this. I actually do think that if you can still find this and you want something similar to the 3D brow tones from Benefit, something to give your just a little bit more dimension to your eyebrows, this is a really good option. And speaking of which, the brow tones from Benefit, this is pretty old. I honestly don't have an issue with using old brow products because it's just your eyebrows. But this is pretty dried out, so I should probably just get rid of this. Speaking of old, this NYX eyebrow cake powder is very old. I mean, super, super old. I got a decent amount of use out of this, but to be honest, I just never reached for it, so I'm going to be decluttering this. So let's talk about the Benefit Gimme Brow and how supposedly the Essence Make Me Brow is a dupe. It's not. Let's just get that out of the way. The Benefit Gimme Brow has a very nice applicator. You can see it there, and it's very short. It's more like a pomade. This one's a little bit dried out now, but the Make Me Brow is much thinner. The formulas are not similar whatsoever. It's way more wet. I don't even know if you can tell from these swatches, but the Essence Make Me Brow, and the wand is just not even similar whatsoever. This one's way more straight. So though this is an affordable option, I wouldn't call these dupes, even though, you know, the packaging, all of it's supposed to be very similar, but that's just my take. I'm going to be decluttering both of these. Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel. This is one of my favorite brow products out there. I love this if I need a lot of color to my brows very quickly. I like that it's a short applicator. It's one that's going to give me precision while also being able to disperse the product in a way that's really natural. In general, I really, really enjoy it. This is the shade Dutch, by the way. I feel like this is a shade that most people would really enjoy if you have darker hair. It's natural, not too warm, not too cool. So in general, I really like this. We'll be keeping it. Someone else can get more use out of this. This is the Benefit Kaboom. This is a pomade, and I love the idea of putting the brush up at the top. I think that's so clever. But in general, I just never reach for a pomade. I'm just going to be decluttering that. Does anyone remember the Wonder Brow? This stuff is like tattoo brow product. I would never go in with this. I would go in with a brush and kind of put it through my eyebrows that way. Reach for this as much as I used to, but I do like to keep it because this really is like long wear makeup, and if I want something that really, really lasts, it's a good thing to have. New Anastasia Brow Pomade Gel. This stuff is also some pretty long wearing stuff. I wish that this tip was shorter. I think it would make using this product a lot easier, but I do have to say I really like this for a lot of the same reasons I like the Milk Makeup Kush. I think this offers a really bold brow look very quickly. You can just put it into your brows and kind of be done. It's a one-step sort of brow look, so I'm going to be keeping that. So I recently got the Dior Show Pump and Brow. I've been trying this out, so I'm going to be keeping it for now, but if you guys want to see a review on this, definitely let me know. The Dior Show Bold Brow Mascara, it's not amazing. I do think that I get more use out of it, especially in the summer when I want something a little bit more natural and warm. So I think I'm gonna keep this just specifically for the color. I have this mini Benefit Gimme Brow that I don't need, so I'm going to declutter. I also have this mini Anastasia Clear Brow Gel that's pretty new, so I should probably just declutter that as well. And lastly, my Holy Grail Boy Brow. This is in the shade brown, but my favorite is the clear. In general, I don't think that this formula can really be beat, especially the clear. Like, I like the colored versions, but the clear to me is the reason I can get a feathery brow look at any time very quickly. It just leaves the brows with a perfect thickness, and it really just feathers the brows out in a way that no other product has. So we'll be keeping this. And then last but not least, I have two conditioning products. I have this FEG Brow Enhancer, and this is really old, so I'm going to get rid of that because it's probably expired. And then I also have this Eyebrow from Benefit Conditioning Primer. And I have to say, I actually don't mind this at all. Oop, I'm getting it everywhere. It's just a clear product that you put through your brows before you do them. And it's really nourishing. I don't mind it at all, but just to be honest, I don't reach for it a lot. So I'm going to be passing that along as well. All right, let's get into some eye products. One thing that I love, as you can see here, is liquid eyeliner. It was probably one of the first makeup products that I really was obsessed with and used a lot. I feel like eyeliners and concealers were the reason why I got so deep into makeup, and there are two products I'm really, really into and I've tried a lot of. So let's go over some of the ones that I'm going to declutter and keep. And I would actually love if you guys would leave me your recommendations down below for like your holy grail black liquid eyeliner, because I'm always on the hunt for a really, really good one. One that is brown, this is from M Cosmetics. This is their illustrative eyeliner. This one isn't as wet as I would normally like. I love the tip of this as well, so I'm going to be keeping that. If you can't see the name anymore, you probably should not be using a product, so especially on your eyes. This is the Stila liquid eyeliner. This is a cult favorite. I like it, but I'm not a huge fan of felt tip eyeliners. I much prefer a brush tip on my eyeliner, so, and this is also very old, so I'm just gonna pass this along. Next, I have the Fenty Fly Liner. I love how rich and black this product is. You can see right there that it just really effortlessly puts out a lot of ink. I do feel like whenever I wear this though, it kind of transfers to my upper lid. I never had that problem until recently, which probably means I'm getting older, my eyes are changing, whatever. But in general, I do think that this is a good product, but I just don't tend to reach for it for that reason, so I'm going to declutter it. This is a brand spanking new tattoo liner from Kat Von D. I believe this was a sample on Sephora, so there's no reason for me to keep this. I'm going to declutter that. This one from Jessie's Girl is actually really good, and I wish this was easier to find because I feel like I would purchase it more often, but this has a really nice, the felt tip is really nice on here. Mine's a little bit jacked up because this is a little bit older, but the pigment on that is really, really pretty. And I do find that this wears really well. It's not waterproof by any means, but it does wear well on my eyes. Unfortunately, this is just a little bit too old. I probably shouldn't be putting this on my eyes, so I'm going to declare it, but it is a really good one. This Clinique Easy Liner is also a really good one. You can see there that it's a little bit less pigmented than the other ones. This is starting to get a little bit old, but there's still a little bit left in there. Either way though, I probably, again, I'm trying to be better about keeping eyeliner products and eye makeup products for longer than I should have them, so it's probably just a good idea to throw this out. The product I'll be going through for a while, speaking of having products for too long, is this Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. This lasts forever, and look at that. Such clean, even pigment every time. It's really, really lovely. I do love the brush tip, but I wish it was just a little bit shorter. I do find that towards the end of it, it gets a little bit harder to navigate. At one time was definitely one of my favorite liquid eyeliners. I wish it was more long wearing than it is. So I do like it. I'm going to keep it. It's new. I just opened it a couple days ago, so we'll be keeping that. This Revitalash Defining Liner. This is in the shade Raven, and I believe that that's, yeah, it's just kind of like a charcoal black color. I had an odd experience with this. It's just supposed to be nice makeup, more luxury, but it's not offering you any of the Revitalash benefits, which I thought was a little bit odd. But in general, it's not a bad product. It's just not something that I tend to wear a lot. The color is really nice. It lasts a very, very long time if you want something long wearing, but I just don't use pencils that much. I tend to prefer a liquid eyeliner, so I'm going to be passing that along. This Marc Jacobs eyeliner is old as well. I did not like this one, again, because of the felt tip. It got so inaccurate. You can see that the color is just off now. It definitely had more pigment back in the day when it was in its prime, but there's no reason to keep this now. The formula was definitely underwhelming. And let's get into a couple more. This tattoo liner from Kat Von D. This is a really old one as well, but you can see right there, I mean, there's a reason why people really like this product. It lasts a really long time on the lids. I love the short applicator. I just do wish, I feel like it just is missing that little bit of something that I like from my liners. This one's really old in particular, so I'm going to be passing that to the trash. And then this CoverGirl Ink It. This is just a pencil in a purple color. I don't know why I bought this. I probably thought that it was a liquid, to be honest. Yeah, the pigmentation's fine. I don't reach for stuff like this, so I'm going to be passing that along. I have my Glossier Color Slide, and this is the shade Critical Mass. This, to me, is a little bit more up my alley. See how much easier it was to blend that onto the skin than the CoverGirl one is? I would use this almost just under an eyeshadow maybe. I really like this if I just want a pop of color. I kind of want to try a green color. I'm going to keep this for now. This Glide On eye pencil from Urban Decay is really good too. See, that is even creamier than the other ones I've been swatching. But when this gets in your eyes, I feel like that was in my eyes probably for 12 hours straight. Just like those little particles. It's just so uncomfortable that I can't see myself reaching for this again. So I'm going to pass that along. This Physicians Formula eyeliner, the tip is really odd, but I have to say that if you are looking for an affordable liquid liner, and this is the eye booster in particular, if you want a liquid liner that's actually going to help your lashes, I legitimately saw a difference when I was using the eye booster products on a regular basis. I definitely think it helped my lashes not necessarily get longer, though it felt like it at the time. I guarantee you though, they were way more conditioned than they were before I was using this. So if you wear eyeliner on an everyday basis and you're looking for something to kind of keep up with your eyelashes, I do think that this is a good product. This is really old though, so I'm gonna throw this away. This is the only black cream liner that I'm going to keep. I mean pencil liner. This is from Marc Jacobs. I like just having one on hand just in case. This one, oh God, it looks really crumbly though. I'm gonna get rid of this. I kind of wanted to keep it, but it's looking a little bit crumbly on me. So the Essence Super Last waterproof eyeliner is a good one. I just got it everywhere. This is a good one, but the applicator, how are you supposed to get a precise line with something like this? And it's also a little bit too wet, as you can see, which makes it even harder to be precise with this. So I'm going to get rid of that. And then I will be keeping this L'Oreal eyeliner cream. This is still looking good. If I want something that's super long lasting, I can just go in with this. And last but not least, we have some mascaras. One I know I'm going to declutter is this Big Shot from Maybelline. This was purple, and I was really looking forward to trying this because it was purple, but it doesn't look purple on my eyelashes, so it's kind of a disappointment. I'm going to declutter that. And then I also really love my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. Is probably my favorite mascara I've tried. This is the black shade. This is pretty old now. It's dried out, so I can get rid of that. But this one is a new one. This is in the black brown. I've really been enjoying a black brown mascara. I feel like it looks super natural if you just want a very clean lash look. So in general, I love the volume that this gives my lashes with absolutely no clumps. So if you hate clumps but love a lot of length but need just a tad bit of volume, this is a really good option. I have a lot of samples that I don't need. This Climax, the NARS Climax, I love, so I'm going to keep. This YSL Blue mascara, I haven't even tried yet. I'm excited to try it though. I love colored mascara, I just can never find one that really works for me. So I'm going to keep that for now. I'm going to get rid of this It Cosmetics Superhero. It's nice, but it's getting a little bit old, and I'm not absolutely in love with it. It's great for a lot of length though. Milk Makeup Kush is old now, so I have to get rid of it, but I did really enjoy it while I was using it. It gave me very volumized lashes. And I'm also going to get rid of this Hourglass Caution mascara. This was also a trial size, but it was fine. I wasn't blown away by it. One mascara I am always blown away by is the Dior Iconic Over Curl. This is the waterproof version. It's a great product. I love the wand. That banana shape really gets every single eyelash and really curls them, but this is old, so I should pass that to the garbage, not pass it along. And the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl and the regular, this is still pretty new. I'm going to keep that. One mascara I also really love, super affordable, is the Kiko Extra Sculpt mascara. You can see that this one is getting a little bit dried out and it looks a little bit clumpy, but if you're looking for some drama to your eyelashes, but you really hate clumping, this one is really awesome. This one's old now, so I'm gonna pass this to the garbage. I don't know why I keep saying pass this to the garbage in this video. It's a little bit weird. I have to keep one waterproof mascara, so I'm gonna keep this Lancome Big Monsieur. I know people are obsessed with this mascara. I just think it's fine, and it's good to have a waterproof mascara. This one I haven't even used. The Extreme Dimension Lash from MAC. Interesting. A lot of very small plastic bristles. I'm gonna try this. Last but not least, we have the Glossy Lash Slick. And this is one that I really love if I'm looking for a more natural everyday lash. This to me is great if you want, again, that more lengthened eyelash look. Definitely not the best for volume, but I tend to be someone that isn't a fan of crazy volume. So here are all the eyeliners, mascaras, brow products that I'm decluttering. And then these are the ones that I'm keeping. So that is all my eyeliners, mascaras, and brow products. These are all the ones that I'm getting rid of. So I feel pretty good about this one. This is a much more respectable collection of eyeliners and mascaras, so. I hope today's video was fun. If you enjoyed it, definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And definitely check out some of my other declutter videos. Make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you back. And I will see you in my next one.